Hello, my name is Alex, and this is Let's Make a Game. This is not a tutorial, this is a Let's Play of sorts. Except instead of playing, I'm coding, or making. Last time, we made an axe, a nice axe, and it doesn't do much yet, but when I click, it gives some nice messages on the debug window, and I just tried to point at my monitor in real life. That's not going to work. And we also added this to the planning. So yeah, we have some extra things there now. But anyway, today we're going to actually make the axe rotate. And so let's get started on that. Let's see if I can pick up where I left off. It's going to swing 90 degrees. Okay. First thing I need to do is save the starting position. Vector 3, start pose, and then save the start position. Start pose equals transform dot local position. And that will save the local position at the very start. And while we're recovering, we'll just move back to the start position. Although, yeah, we'll do that in a minute. We're also going to need we're going to need to pre-calculate the swing end pose, the ending position for the axe after it's done swinging, as well as swing start pose, yeah. Let's actually rename this to ready pose, the position that it's in when it's ready to swing, rather than where it starts swinging from. So next we just need to calculate that using a little bit of high school math. So, ready pose, swing start pose. It's going to be, well, first I need to have the swing distance, don't I? Yeah, I need to know how far away he's holding the axe when he's swinging. So, let's just do it 1 for now. And now what? Calculate. Am I spelling? It doesn't matter. And I'll do this by saying, oh, what was it? Ready pose. No. Swing start pose. Vector 3. On the x-axis, it's going to be, should it be 0? Let's just start with 0 for now. Wait, no, the angle, the start angle is 0. Let me make note of that. Oops, what the? Hey! Oh wait, I'm not supposed to say private inside a method, lol. Let's make it 0. There. So now that I have the angles, I can, it's, okay, on the x-axis, he's going to start, shoot. I'm having a brain fart here, I'm sorry. It's going to be cosine, that's right, of start angle times, gotta convert it to radians. and mathf dot sine for the, well, actually, no. The y-axis is the one that's going up and down. We don't want it to go up and down. We want it to go side to side. So y is 0, but z is going to be sine. Times deg2rad. And now we're going to multiply the entire vector by the swing distance. And that should give us our swing start position. And so when let's test what we have already so far. But to make it testable, I first need to say move to rest position. Ready pose. And when we start swinging, we go to the swing position. And let's get rid of this debug log, because we don't need it now. Now we should be able to test it. So when I click, it goes off screen and reappears on screen. Let's look in this window. See where it's appearing. Okay, I need to make the start angle something like, I just need to tweak the start angle. Alright, sorry about that. Oops, anyway. Swing distance. We just need to change the start angle. Here we go, this is better. I can change the start angle to... I can change the start angle to just 45. And that will do it. There, that's the start position. Now we just need to calculate the end position and tween it between them. If that makes sense. And this is just swing end pose equals new, vector 3. Same thing, except instead we're using end angle. Zero, sine, other sine, times swing distance. Alright. And now when I'm here, so while he's swinging, he's going to transition between the start position and the end position. So let's do that. First, add a comment, move to recovering state, and tween between positions. And we can do that just by saying transform.local position vector3.lerp from start to end, and timer divided by swing time. And that should do that, actually. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Does this work? It does. For some reason, though, it's ignoring some of my clicks. Also, I'm noticing that it's moving in a straight line, and that's not going to be good for actually hitting things. Although, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can leave it like that. Yeah, you know what? Let's try using slurp. I'm not quite sure what slurp does, but I know it's similar to lerp. Okay, it kind of moves circular-like, I think. Yeah. Okay. Slurp worked, so now we can make it rotate the way it needs to. Easiest way to do that is the normal way. So we gotta save the start rotation and the swing start and the end rotation. Yeah, mumble, mumble, mumble. So private quaternion. Quaternion just represents a rotation in Unity. So ready rote, swing end rote, and swing start rote. You know what, I can organize this better. Gotta make my code easy to read. Oops. Alright. So we gotta calculate the starting rotation now. Gotta save the starting position as well. Rotation. So ready rote equals transform dot local rotation. And this should actually be easy to calculate. Swing start rote equals quaternion dot Euler. This will... I'm not gonna... Should I explain this? I don't quite understand it. So maybe I shouldn't explain it. Well, okay, it's I'm just putting a rotation into a variable. That's all you need to know. So it needs to be rotated. How does it need to be rotated? Let's look at this. I can't have it perfectly flat. That would make it invisible. So maybe something like this, a 75-degree angle on the x-axis. Start angle on the y-axis, and what on the z-axis? 0 on the z-axis. And this we can just copy paste to make the end rote. Oops. Hey. And now, where are we? Now we need to make it tween between these rotation as well. Transform dot local rotation equals slurp There's that. Oh, forgot the timer. And I can do the same thing down here when recovering. Actually, no, we're not recovering yet. We're just doing this. Now this should be pointing the right direction. Not quite, apparently. I think I know the problem, though. Yeah, the center of the axe is not the actual center. There is... I need to set it so that the center of the axe is the bottom part of the handle. I can do that just by going into the sprite, bottom, apply. What? On Earth? That does not look right at all. First, let's move this down. Strange. I must not be calculating this thing right. No, I am. Oh, I know. It needs to have the same height as the ready pose. So let's just do that really quick. ReadyPose.y and ReadyPose.y. Alright. This should at least keep it level. Oh my lord. The ready pose should be right here. Oh, I need to fix the rotation when it's at rest. There we go. Oh my god, this is so weird. Maybe if I reduce the swing time, I can figure out why it's acting so weird. It'll take a whole second to move. Okay. It appears to be moving backwards. Oh my god. What if I were to try a different approach? Oops, I didn't mean to click there. Or maybe I can... Actually, it looks like I just need to add 90 to the rote, and oh my god. This is going to look strange. If adding 90 didn't work, then I'll subtract 90. What? Okay, I think I have a way to... Do I? I don't. Why is it... What if I were to try subtracting instead. Although, if I subtracted instead, things might not. Oh my god. What is this? It's like it's being held by the wrong end. Alright. Let's try this. Oh no, we've already tried this. What if I were to add 180? Which is actually just the same thing as multiplying it by -1. Ah! That's still not right. Okay, let's just try multiplying it by -1. Even though it should look exactly the same. Sometimes game development is just picking things and trying them. Does that look exactly the same? Ah, so close. Now we just need to either add or subtract 90. Let's try adding. Uh-oh. There's a magic error now that was not here before. What on earth? I didn't even modify that file. Well, I guess I can just save the scene, close it, and open it again. Why does it have to compile when you open it, I wonder? Oh, well, duh, because it needs to run them in the inspector. Okay. Hey, it works! So that did the trick. Alright, so now we have a rotating axe. It wasn't very fun to watch me do that, I admit. But now at least we have it. And we can make it look a bit better by making it move back to its original position smoothly. And we can do that really quick. So, move back to ready, and tween. Just do the same thing we did up here. I normally don't advocate copy-pasting code. There's usually better ways to reuse it, but I'm just going to do it right here anyway. Swing end pose, ready pose. Swing end rote, ready rote. And this should make it look good. And let's move this back down to 0.1 for the original swing speed. Ah! Oh my god, that's so fast. Look at him spin. Or at least try to spin, but the billboard's messing with him. Oop, can't click there. Except now there's going to be a kind of a responsiveness problem. Oh, never mind. Let's see what it looks like. I can't see what it looks like at a higher frame rate as long as I'm recording. I wonder what my frame rate right now is. Is it even This is not 80 or 90 frames per second. Not at all. That number is lying. That number is absolutely lying. Anyway. So, does the axe actually deal damage? No, it doesn't. So we're going to fix that by requiring a damage source component, which is one that I made. What's this? Oh, type of. What's wrong with it now? I spelled type of wrong. Here we go. What now? Shoot, I forgot what I was doing. Drat. This episode is not going as well as the last one. What was I doing? That's right, I need to make it deal damage. Shoot. So, well, at least I first need to get the damage source. So, private damage source DMG SRC. Damage source. I like to actually spell things. Makes it easier to read. Makes it clearer. Just put that at the beginning. Alright. And now, while it's at rest, disable the damage source. Oops, not enabled. Is hot. Enabled is something that Unity already uses. This is no longer a to-do. This is an already doing. Enable the damage source. No, disable. No, yes, enable. You know what? I can actually do this with just one single line of code by just saying up here damage source dot is hot equals current state equals state dot swinging. And so now it will be true only when current state equals state dot swinging. In other words, it will only deal damage while it is swinging. And now this should be able to kill a bad guy. He does have health points, right? I don't even know if it's physically touching him. Yes, he does have health points. Use default hit detection, but not default death behavior. I forget. I forget what I did in this code. Okay. He doesn't... That's right, I didn't have a default death behavior in this version. I can just fix that. Well, not really fix that, but I made it so that each enemy determines what he'll do when he dies. So let's do that. On dead, destroy. Game object dot destroy game object. No, lowercase game object. And that just destroys the current object. And now, let's kill him. If I can swing. See, I don't even know if... Okay, he clearly is colliding with it. Here, we can check right here. Oh. Now we need to see... Well, first off, does this even have a collider? Yeah, it does. It needs to be a trigger. But in order for the trigger to work, it needs to have a rigid body. Oh! Nope, it doesn't need to have a rigid body because he already has a rigid body. Okay. The axe works! Hooray! And we've still got time left. Let's move on to the next task. I forgot to open Git. Let me open Git really quick. Documents, where's Fog Mansion? Hopefully I don't have anything incriminating in that folder that I'm showing to the world. And I'll just commit this as axe now rotates and deals damage. Alright. And now for the most important part of game dev, playing with the thing that we just made. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's enough with that. So now what am I going to do? Let's consult the design doc. Give the dummy enemy an attack. Do I want to give the dummy enemy an attack right now? I don't feel like it. Tell you what. I'll create the health pack item. Oh, wait a minute, no. I need to make sure the enemy has an attack first before... You know, because the player needs to take damage before he can heal the damage. How about for now, we create the exit goal. That should be simple enough. The goal that when go... Oh, maybe I need to have other infrastructure in first. I need to decide the behavior of the exit goal. When touched, level ends. Well, that was simple. I don't even need to put that in the doc. So, yeah, let's make an exit goal. And apply the prefab. So what should the exit goal look like? Let's go into GIMP. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it should be 3D. Nah, it won't be 3D. Gonna have as few 3D objects in this game as possible. For now, it's just gonna be like a swirly thingy that you need to touch. 100, 100. Fill with transparency. And I don't even need to have more than one layer for this. What color should it be? Doesn't this look professional and high quality already? Let's make the brush a bit smaller. And let's have a second swirl going in. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do this, and let's do this. And let's do the... Nope, I know what that's gonna look like. I'm not gonna... Nah. That's still gonna have the same problem. Let's just make it a basic swirl. A not so basic swirl. There we go. And that will be the thing that you touch to end the level. Let's export this as Fog Mansion, Assets, Sprites. And level swirl. And we'll go into Unity and make sure we turn it into a sprite right away. Yeah, you can't really see it in the... Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. There we go. This is what it'll look like. This isn't going to be the object that does anything, though. It doesn't really need to billboard, does it? I mean, I can make it billboard if I want to, but would it look better? I don't think it would, because I want it to actually swirl, and it wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to make it swirl through code if it were billboarding. So what I'm going to do instead is, actually, I will make this the object that does it. I'm going to add, should it be a box or a sphere collider? Sphere. And is trigger. And this isn't going to do anything, but I want to touch it anyway. And I need to make a script to control it. So we'll call it end swirl behavior. And make sure we give the end swirl the component. Yeah, let's reload all, because why not? I don't even know why it asks that. And it didn't actually open. So now, this is just going to be a simple on trigger enter collider other, and if the player enters it, then the level ends. So if other.getComponent player behavior does not equal null, that means if the object has the player component, then what should happen when the level ends. At some point, it's going to advance to the next level, but I don't have any method of like organizing levels yet. So instead, I'm just going to, for now, I'm just going to debug log. Level complete. And maybe, I don't know, how can I close the game? I won't close the game when they do that. Simple stuff, really. And oh yeah, I also need to make it swirl. Okay, yes, it is showing the level complete message. So let's just make it swirl now. Where's my code? Here it is. Void update. We're going to put it in normal update, not fixed update, because it doesn't need to be frame perfect or anything like that. So, what was I doing? Tweak variables. Rote speed equals 360 degrees per second. Now this should be as simple as vector3 rote equals rote dot what axis is it gonna? It's gonna rotate on the z-axis. Rote speed times time dot delta time, and there we go. Let's actually comment it. And that should give us a nice little rotation without needing to know how to animate anything. Maybe I want it to rotate a little bit slower. It looks pretty cool though. Later, we're going to make the swirl look way better than it is right now. Like, we gotta make it look at least as good as the zombie. Anyway, I've gotta make this into a prefab so it can be reused in other levels. Where am I gonna prefabs? There we go. Yoink. Simplest thing ever. Let's actually apply the dummy enemy prefab. So that way right here he'll have the proper look. Alright, and I think I'm going to call this a day. So let me commit everything. I should have done this in 2 commits, but oh well. I'm going to commit everything and sign off a bit early. So, what did we do today? I already committed that. Just made the end level swirl. And that should be, oops. What? Control S. I discovered a new feature in Git, apparently. In Git GUI, at least. Anyhow, commit, and that will be that. Alright, see you next week, where hopefully I'm a bit more composed, and yeah. Goodbye.